Welcome back, everybody. As I mentioned in an earlier video, as much as I would like the EX armor and how much is going to help me with Starman, I'm going to have to forego it because I really want to get all 10 Robot Masters down with just the Buster only on hard mode double damage. Because right now, this is one stage where I used to have a hard time when I was first playing and testing this game, but it really ended up becoming one of the easier levels once you got used to the quirk of the really wonky space physics. So already I see some differences. There is already some new Mets, a little saw blade thingy at the bottom there, and of course this Apache Joe. Just hanging out, chilling like a villain up at the top of the screen there. Ooh, that was almost close. I could have died. And I have a hunch those guys do an insane amount of damage. I'm guessing 2 hits and you're dead type damage. Oh yeah, and these stupid enemies. The ones that kind of home in on you and fire when they get killed. I don't know what they're called. Little homing balls. I don't remember their names. But yeah, these guys. I have a feeling they're going to be used to very evil effect. It's just a hunch, but they're just annoying enough to be considered, possibly, that they're going to be used a lot, and unfairly, too. Okay, that block up there leads to the Rush Marine route, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to take the main route, and we're going to see what's all changed here. And apparently quite a bit. A lot more enemies, some buzzsaws, other random enemies. Oh yeah, and here's a trick I learned. Once you get past this walker here, you can actually use the left part right here and trigger the gun, and then you can jump as high as you want and not have to worry about the spike ceiling while you're trying to fire upon that gun. Ah, what did I tell you? I knew those things would come in. I just didn't know when they would be abused. Speaking of hard to dodge, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Oh gosh! Whew. That actually worked out better than I thought. Awesome. Okay, so this is like the intro stage enemy for this level. Let's see if I can do this. No, I cannot. Just damage boost my way through. Okay, I mean, this area, it's not too bad. It's just all space gravity. The first half of the stage is all about you getting used to the space gravity, because there's nothing that has normal gravity at all in this part of the stage. It's the next half where it gets all wonky and then just kills your perception of gravity. Oh, it's gonna be like that, huh? You introduce one of these guys up top there. That's actually kind of a good position for him, come to think about it. Tornado blow just in case another Apache Joe shows up. And sure enough, there he is. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be one hit kill if I even touch that mech walker. Yeah, I need to be careful here. Oh gosh, just get on through. Halfway point. Woo! Done. Don't have to worry about the first part of this level, at least not until I come back for the Rush Marine. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, guess I'm doing this right now. Yeah, after a lot of practice, you can get good at this fall shaft. And now that I think about it, this fall shaft, despite how unfair it seems right after the midpoint, I think that was the perfect way to introduce the concept of changing gravity for the second half of the stage. I mean, what better way to get the concept to the get the concept across to the player of, hey, blue background, normal gravity, space background, space gravity, than to just give you a trial by fire straight from the get-go, from a permanent I wouldn't say place of safety, but at least with the permanent checkpoint there, you can keep trying as often as you want until you get it right. So that's... you wouldn't call it the best game design ever, but I can see why it was done that way. And I am really going to die. Oh, gosh. Wish me luck. So far, so good. Okay, I want to E-tank this up, because I really don't want to go the whole distance and then die and have to redo this part of the stage again. I don't really like these jumps. These jumps are nerve-wracking. Ah! Okay, just land me right on top of a buzzsaw. That's awesome. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna need some energy here. Get rid of you first. I don't see any way... I couldn't see any way of avoiding that. That was like an inevitable hit. Ooh, whoa. That's almost like a ledge bat there with that homing ball enemy. Here it is, final stretch. Can I make it? Can I make it in one go? Because there's a lot of enemies all of a sudden. Nope, that was not the one I wanted. Ooh, I see trouble on the horizon. Forget you two. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Okay, yeah, this is like enemy flood out right now. A lot of enemies going on. Yeah, I've learned to skip that moving platform altogether. There's really no point trying to mess with it. It's just there as a red herring to confuse you, to think you actually need it when you really don't. And I'm so glad spikes were removed from that jump. In my previous playthrough, during the beta stages, yeah, there were some spikes there on that last jump. I'm glad they're gone. Ooh. Ain't this interesting? Two walkers back to back. Wow, okay. So, not really a bad stage overall. Let's see if I can get Starman in one take. This whole level I could do, but I don't know. Who knows if Starman's any harder. And already I'm not doing very good. And he's not helping me out at all. Come on. Okay, his pattern is simple. It's just trying to get it down that's hard. Because sometimes some of his random number generator isn't really nice to you, especially when he has 3 different ways to, I guess, get rid of his star crash. But yeah, he'll always jump towards you in a long jump to begin with. Then he'll do a high jump, and then he'll do some random star crash attack. So, it is long jump, high jump, star crash attack. Oh, and if you do a charge shot like I did, he does have a chance of warping out of there and calling upon the meteors. Okay, I think it's at the 3/4 damage mark, which he is at right now, where he starts diversifying his star crash. Yep, see, he's already doing it. This is one of 2 different ways he can, get rid of the star crash. The other way is the one I'm worried about. That way. That is a hard one to dodge. And in hard mode with double damage, that's even worse. Ooh, that was good. But you little punk. You're not supposed to dodge that. And he's getting serious now. Oh, here's the final telefrag attack. After 3 telefrags, he'll shoot a star crash at you, and then do 2 more telefrags. Then he'll do his little usual jump routine, which I totally failed at dodging. Ooh, he's almost done, he's almost done, he's almost done. Come on, come on, come on. No, don't do this. Okay, I have to... Okay. Please don't do one of his stupid star crash attacks where they spin outward. Oh, thank goodness. Woo! Haha! Second try. Not bad at all. That was a good fight. Okay, now that we have the Star Crash, I feel a lot more comfortable going back to Nightman stage and getting the final upgrade there. But first, we have to go back and get all the upgrades for Starman stage and just be done with this horrid level. So, until then, we'll see you in just a couple seconds. Okay, we skipped this earlier in the first half of the stage, but you can break it with the Night Crush since we don't have the Stone Man's Power Stone. Either one will work, but use whichever one you got. And this will take us onto a rather short alternate path, but one that leads to a rather interesting obstacle course that can spell instant death if you don't have Spike Guard. Now, this is going to be a hard one to dodge. One simple enemy addition changes the whole dynamic of that room. Go figure. Oh, come on! Ah, that jump is so risky. I don't like it. I really don't. And that was a ledge bet if I ever saw one right there. There's a lot of Metars. Okay, here it is, the obstacle. I'm not really dreading this one all too much because it looks a lot harder than it really is. If you take each section slowly, one at a time, this whole area isn't really bad. I mean, your first time, you're probably seeing all these spikes and you're probably freaking out. If you just stay calm and continue on, it's really very easy. You just have to see what you need to do next on the next iteration of the up and down movement and just do it, you know? Not very hard. And it doesn't last long either, so that's good. Another cruel enemy placement. Okay, and there we go. We have all the rush upgrades at this point, and this just links back up right before the mid-boss door. Alright, so here we are, back again at the alternate path entrance. Totally failing the first time. So off to the left is like a 1,000-point bonus ball at this point, off in the distance, where you have to jump over what is seemingly a bottomless chasm to get there. But we're not going to do that because, well, it's just out of our way, it doesn't give us too much incentive to do it, and maybe if it was like one of those 2,500 point balls, that would be more worth it in the end. There's just too many enemies out that way. Okay, what you want to do is you want to try and make it through this room. If you can make it through this room, you've pretty much reached the midpoint. Or actually, you know what? I think there might actually be another room after this. Yes, there's another room after this. If you can make it ooh, okay, I did not plan ahead for that one, did I? But if you can make it past this room, then you're at the temporary midpoint, and you have access to both alternate paths, so thus you can get the E-Tank and W-Tank in one fell swoop, if you're willing to die, that is. And I do not remember Apache Joe being in this area at all. Oh, that's a bug. And he spawns fast. Oh, jeez. I was not expecting you at all. Okay, got it. Apache Joe spawns fast in this area. Are just annoying, aren't you? I don't feel comfortable for the next area, so I'm going to start crash it up. Like so. Look at that, that was awesome. Only be taken out by a buzzsaw. So clearly they're not weak to the Star Crash. Oh, whoa. That is a very bad enemy placement. Requires you to do light hops just to even shoot at it with the Buster. Speaking of spikes over your head, there used to be some right there with that last jump, but I'm just glad they just got rid of it. Because that made that jump almost intolerable. I mean, it was doable, but it was just hair-raising every time you tried to attempt it. Oh, you're gonna be trouble. Oh, that's just not enough time. Okay, well that works. It's a good thing I had a Star Crash, because I'm just like, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get around this guy without taking a buttload of damage. He's placed in a supremely evil spot. And yeah, I did see that Space Meteor. Not so bad. A couple extra Meteors, but in the long run, didn't really affect me too much. I almost died there. I actually kind of freaked out slightly. And this just loops you back around to just before the final boss door. And wow, that is a lot of them now. Haha, can't get me. But now I'm dead. Now that we're back here again, we can now go after the bottom path, which requires the Night Crush. Which we just so handily have. You want to push hard left here, and then immediately try and go for a hard right. Let's see if I can do it my first try. Woohoo! Success! Oh no. They're chasing after me. You know, this magnet missile is a godsend. It really is. Pretty much made short mincemeat out of that whole area. Oh, you really have to kind of concentrate to get out of that area unscathed. Those little balls are... Oh, well, there it is, right there. Okay, I'm gonna get the W tank, and then I'm gonna see if I can get across this area. I don't really trust this. Come on, rush. Rush, you're useless. That's way too high up. Let's give you another shot. Wait till I'm on the bottom, I guess. Yeah, never mind. We're done. So we're finally back in Nightman stage. We could have totally done this way earlier than we're attempting it now. But since I wasn't feeling comfortable about this whole upper alternate path without at least the Star Crash, I waited till now to get the M-Tank piece here. But you could have easily gone it after the video where I beat Megaman for sure, because that's really the only other requirement you need other than the Spark Shock, which opened up the original path. I could probably throw my Magma Bazooka here. Oh, quite a few more enemies. Look at that. In the end, though, nothing too terrible. Yep, they are certainly abusing that Wily Castle enemy. Was Apache Joe even in this area in the original? I don't even remember. But this is really why I have the Star Crash. Makes this whole area so much better. You just have no idea. Get rid of you, and now I gotta figure out how to deal with this Mech Walker. Little devious trick at the end there. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, as a whole, Nightman stage is pretty tough if you're going for Buster only, but if you actually use all the weapons and all the tools and everything that you're kind of meant to have when you get to this stage, this is actually a very fun, very easy stage to beat. I mean, absolutely, positively. Because, I mean, most of these weapons, I wouldn't say they're overpowered, but they're extremely useful in a lot of cases. I mean, the Night Crush alone is the metal blade of this game. Bar none. It just is. Here's the tricky part. I don't have the Power Stone, so I can't easily. Gotta use the Yamato Spear and then the Night Crush to get rid of it. See? Improvisation, adaptation. Just learn to adapt or fail. And there it is, the M-Tank piece. We are effectively done with the level. But there's one last challenge to see, and see if I can even beat it on double damage. We'll have to find out, but I want to see what's changed down here, if anything. So far I don't see any changes. Now I do, there's 2 bats there. No, 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 no! Oh! I could have totally died. Okay, to get to the final part of the stage, we're actually going to take the bottom path this time. Isn't very obvious, looks like a bottomless pit, but there's stuff down here, and I'm not even going to deal with any of you bites on this conveyor belt. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be some shield attackers. So I'm going to need the Night Crush out. Oh, you're new. First chance I get, which should be right now, I'm going to use the Rush Jet. The next section could be pretty hairy, and I don't even want to deal with it. So not too much change down here, maybe just 1 extra shield attacker was added, but it's still pretty hard to get through. Now I gotta go through this gauntlet just to get to the final area where I want to really test out my fighting prowess. Is that even how you say it? But I've been getting extra lives up the wazoo. We're gonna skip these enemies, and go straight down here with the Night Crush. So yeah, you really do have to come back here after beating the level once, just to get to the secret area. That hurt. Okay, and these springs are very erratic, so you kind of have to time it just right. I don't trust myself on this next one, so I'm gonna... Well, that was not a good surprise. That actually kind of sucked. Okay, we're gonna see how bad Bass is with double damage. See if I can beat him. Good freaking lord, he does way too much damage. Like, literally, like 21 points of damage on collision contact. Ah. Crikey, this guy is just beyond insane. However, I did find something else out. I don't think I'm gonna keep the commentary for all the deaths I've had before this point, but I will say it now if this happens to be the final... I don't know. I mean, this is like do or die. If I can't do it on this life, I think I'm just gonna quit. Because he is insanely hard. And speaking of which, I'm probably gonna die on the next hit. Ah! You were dashing at me way too many times. Ooh, okay. I think it's about time I don't really want to tank up. I don't know if this is going to be the one that... Okay, if I can get another good hit on him, I might want to tank up. Yep, there we go. Totally cheesing it. And I found out earlier that he has a weakness. A new weakness has been added in version 1.4, which is Pharaoh Shot, and I'm going to abuse it. There it is, everybody. Double damage Bass, down. Only took one E-Tank. Wow, he is tough. If I didn't use his weakness, I probably would have had to use another E-Tank before the end. Or maybe not even defeated him at all. He's just... Wow. Double damage completely changes the face of that battle. Regardless, we are done with Nightman stage, and we are done with the Starman stage. 2 more to go, and we're ready for Wily. Exciting. See you later, everybody.